What have you decided to start doing today? Maybe you haven't decided to do anything today because you are still doing what you already did. Or maybe you know you should probably change a thing or two, but you haven't considered what it is, or maybe you have, but you don't know how you are going to do it. Well, today I was part of this amazing group. It's called the Ultra Group from Brandenburg Chart. And we had to come up with one word. For me, it's inspire. And by the way, it was during a meditation led by Natalie from Boss Babes. She's amazing. And yes, Brendan was amazing too. Anyway, I was thinking about the word inspire and I was like, yeah, this is about inspiring others. And I can only do this if I keep on going. And of course, it's also being inspired. So people said to me recently, hey, how about visualization and meditation? I said, well, I do those visualizations and I meditate. And then I realized I'm not doing it necessarily for myself and most certainly not big enough. So I decided that needs changing. And well, next month's topic is going to be courage. So for those who have been following me, in November, I talked about clarity. Last month, it was about energy, and next month, it's going to be about courage. So what do I need courage for? Well, actually, I've been posting every day since December 1st. And I was like, but am I going to continue? Do I have enough to talk about? And I always say, well, give me some topic and I'll talk about it. And I decided like, yes, I'm going to continue on. So today is day 32. Yes, ladies and gents, it's day 32 that I'm actually posting something on Instagram. And, you know, I feel proud that up till now I've been able to do so. It also means that there's going to be a new challenge. I'm not sure which weekend it's going to be. It's going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Somewhere in the second half of the month. And, well, it's going to be linked to courage. Anyway, I've done this 3-day challenge last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the last 3 days of December to finish the year strong and to start the year with a boost. And today I was thinking about, this is about energy. And actually, I could also have called this a workshop called Leveling Up, so 3-day workshop. So basically it's a challenge because I do ask you questions, I do challenge you, but I'm also setting up some PDFs and other stuff. So if you subscribe to ladylexi.com/New Year's Challenge, you can actually get some PDFs to go with it as well, and you have something to work on. Anyway, I'll be posting something this week, so on Sunday everything will be removed again from social media, so it'll be gone from YouTube, Lady Lexi Speaks Up, and also from Instagram, Lady Lexi Speaks Up. So if you want to hold on to it and you want to watch it first, then don't wait. It's there. It's 3 times 60 minutes. Well, one time it's 70 minutes. So that should be doable. Anyway, I'm going to talk in the New Year's Challenge about milestones, that one topic, and about energy, which includes giving yourself a boost, but also about letting go. And all of this is related to going to the next level. So, leveling up. Are you ready to take things to the next level? And what is that one thing that is intertwined throughout your whole life that you want to take to the next level? Well, what I want to take to the next level is these challenges because I love them, and making sure that it's straight away to be found in Kajabi, including with everything that's involved. For those who do not know what Kajabi is, it's a platform that's used so when people sign up and they leave their name and their email address, that they, I wanted to say the name and the number, that they can actually get the information related to the challenge and future challenges. And of course, I intend to write my weekly blog post. It's already called a weekly blog post, and I have to admit that I haven't been very consistent in posting it. So having done 2 challenges in a row, the Clarity Challenge, and then the New Year's Challenge actually followed. The New Year's Challenge is a follow-up from the Christmas Challenge, which was going to be just from December 1st to the 24th. And well, like I said, it became an entire December challenge. So yeah, that actually feels good. So being consistent in one area, I want to expand it. And my question to you is, what are you going to work on? What are you going to expand? And if you are like, I'm not sure, am I good in something? Then please watch the first one, the first day, which is about milestones, because that is about, hey, I did something right, so I can do it again. It's one step at a time. Anyway, I'll see you there. Please leave a comment and let me know, what is your one thing that you want to work on, and how are you going to encourage yourself? Okay, talk later. Today is day 32, so welcome to day 32. And in case you're wondering what is she talking about, well, I'm talking, oh no, it's day 33. Welcome to day 33. Yesterday, January 1st, was of course day 32, and today is January 2nd. Well, over here in Europe it's already the 3rd, but let's pretend that it's still January 2nd, which is in America still the case. So I've decided to go on posting on Instagram, and quite honestly, that took some courage on my end, as in, am I capable of doing this? So I'm following and it's actually pretty coincidental at first, a certain flow, which is linked to Brendon Burchard. So I'm a certified high performance coach, CHPC, and we work through 12 modules. And well, I have my own vision and my own spin on things. And of course, I also listen to him, so he has influenced me too, like so many others. And after clarity, he talked about energy, and I talked about clarity when I came back from Chicago. I always do that, you know, it's so inspirational to be in Chicago. And then December was about energy, and that was pretty much coincidental too, because I was like, hey, the month of December, it's cold, it's dark, and people miss their loved ones. Other people are on their own. So it's a difficult month for many people, December. Of course, it's the end of the year. People want to be over and done with the year and start fresh. So there was a lot to do about energy during December, hence why I did the Christmas challenge, hence why I did the New Year's challenge. Now here's the thing, if you combine all the aspects that I talked about in the last 3 days of December, then you get to milestones, that one thing, and about energy and optimizing that energy. And combined, I called it the New Year's Challenge because it started with the New Year's Challenge, but actually it's about leveling up. And what do we need to level up? Courage. And that's the topic for this month. This month is going to be about courage. Well, how sweet is that? Because that was the next topic in the list of Brendon. I'm not going to say it's in the right order, as in it didn't start with clarity. But I like it, to follow this pattern. And I was thinking about it. I was first thinking about, okay, so am I going to continue this on? Really? And I was like, yeah, well, I talked about consistency quite a number of times with my coach. And I was like, well, I've done this for months. Why not continue on? So I'm looking forward to next Christmas and then saying, hey, it's 365 plus days. I've been doing this, which I think would be immensely cool. And well, part of it is, of course, posting, and in this case, recording. So today I had a group coaching call again. So I've had that, with the exception of last week because of Christmas. I've done so like every week since March. And I actually kind of like it. It's nice to be talking about something, teaching something. And today, talking about courage, we learned something from Brendan Burchard yesterday. He said, use the framework. Every time you talk about something, make it into the framework. And I was like, of course, he's right. And for those who are wondering, what is he talking about? Well, here's the thing. So when things are linked together, you can see it like a triangle, and then every side has something that leads to that one thing in the middle. So that's why I said, if you combine leveling up, and you combine it with milestones, as in, hey, look back. Okay, see, you actually can do it. You take the part that you want to focus on one specific thing, because you do one step at a time. You don't want to do it all, but it is probably all connected. And then about making sure that you raise the energy and let go of what's no longer needed. Then together it helps you to level up, which was kind of funny because New Year's challenge, finish the year strong and start the year with a boost. So for courage, I also made a framework, and part of it is the foundation. Foundation as in, if you want to change something, then it's good to have a backup, that there's a basis, that there's support. And then there is the part that you need to have some sort of knowledge, because you want to do something, you want to go bigger, or if you want to start something new, there's something you want to do, there's something you want to muster up that courage for. And then, of course, there's something which usually is linked to tools and all the other stuff that you need. So you might be very good at something, but in order to actually move on, what are you going to do? What are you going to need in order to get going? So just to give you an example, if we talk about how I became the coach I am today, it started out with me actually being, I used to work for a boss multiple times actually. And at some point I went from full-time to part-time and part-time here and part-time working for the boss, and then full-time on my own. And I can tell you that becoming an entrepreneur wasn't simple. And, I had the skills, as in, I'm good at the coaching. I am a therapist too. So I know about coaching, counseling, giving training. Foundation, going part-time, that was easy because I earned enough money. And then when I went full-time working for myself, I thought, okay, I have enough clients, I can do this. Little did I know that things would change in the meantime. And that's basically the other side, which has to do with all the tools. For instance, the marketing tools. Marketing locally is totally different from marketing online, for instance. And of course, being paid by boss, does everything is completely different than having to do your own marketing, sales and marketing. So there's a whole side over there which is about exploring and which is bound to change. Anyway, when I was teaching about it, one of the things that also came to the surface was, of course, when you think about courage, you also think a lot of times about the opposite thing, which is usually fear, which is almost always emotion driven. So then we get to what are facts and what's emotion and what's reality. So what if we get so enthusiastic that we forget about everything? We don't have any fear. We just go for it because we believe we can do it. And then, oops. Or, which usually is the case, what if people say, I don't dare do this, but it's based on something they may not even have experienced themselves. It might be based on stories. And that's the thing that we want to research when it comes to courage. Like, hey, what is true? What is false? What do we need to change in ourselves? Because when everything in our system says, oh, I don't want to, well, try to go against it. But that can be done. You know, at times I have to go against that feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then I have to tell myself, no, you're going to do it. Even though, and I might talk to other people about it, you know, just figuring out, is it my thoughts or other people considering the same thing? And well, I just mentioned a number of things which have to do with courage. I believe that learning to increase your courage, to use that courage, to summon that courage, as a lot of people say, is critical. And then, of course, remaining to feel that courage day after day after day after day, and then starting with something small and making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's where consistency comes in too. We don't want to give up. So my question is, what would you need courage for? Let me know, and we'll get back about it tomorrow and the days after. We have a whole month to talk about courage. So, what is it you would like to change? And let's take this month to work on courage. Want to know more about the New Year's Challenge and about leveling up? Then click there while it's still out there. And if you want the whole thing, then make sure that you subscribe to ladylexi.com/New Year's Challenge.